Good evening. Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spellsword, Dora, Eternal Champion, former agent of the Emperor, current head of Blades of Gardenfell, not particularly fond of being wet. So if memory serves, we were in Beasis so that we could do two things. One, to hunt down the witch. That would have been near Cool. And then we were going to Alphalothy. Yeah. Now, I'd rather not have to walk in the rain, but I'm not going to let that stop me, so we will follow the roads north and we'll see how far we can go. I'm hoping the ratio of the game to the voice is alright. If it isn't, please let me know. I probably won't be able to change it for this video, but I can find the proper setting moving forward. I don't think that counts as a road. So for now, I'm focused on doing what I can for the Mages Guild, and now when I can, I will, I'll wrap up the Imperial Temple and the Labu quests. At the moment, I'm just going through some of the things that I had left aside. Oh boy, another one of these guys. Don't make eye contact. There's the possibility I may also be able to drop off the Lost Prophecies. So it really depends from Cool whether or not I have any credible path to these areas. The biggest problem I have is that it's very easy to recall, and so it's not that hard for me to just turn in the quest and see what the next thing is. Oh, I remember where I got ambushed here. There's a side of me that actually wants to try and take care of Cool first. I'm not sure if that'll work out in terms of the overall plan, but we'll see. Especially because I figure an egg mine might be a little bit more dry than this. So that should be Alphalothy, and I believe the Mages Guild wants me to check out the area to the west. In this particular case, I think I'm going to try and go to Cool, deal with the witch. My main reasoning at this point is obviously took the wrong path, but that's fine. We'll make our way over there. I believe when we're looking for the egg mine, it's not going to be directly in Cool anyway, so a little sightseeing is at the end of the world. Yeah, not a conventional passage into Cool, but it works. Alright, so it's actually to the south of Cool. Can't get enough of me. Alright. I'll follow the path as I can. The main justification for that being that if it's an egg mine where people are going to be working, chances are there's going to be paths to and from it. Whereas if I just go over hills, you wind up in the wrong spot rather quickly. Never mind. More than one egg mine.
These are the docks of Cool, and I'm the shipmaster. I manage all seagoing traffic here. Tell me your destination, if you're outward bound, or if you're new to Cool, I can steer you towards the local services, or to a specific place in Cool. If you're looking for someone in particular, I might be able to help.
What can you tell me about the Asha-Ake egg mine?
You hear rumors, miners saying that the mine is cursed, mysterious voices, ghosts, maybe it's true, maybe not. The mine entrance is south of Cool, near an outcast Ashlander yurt. Be careful, outcast Ashlanders are savage raiders and outlaws, and likely to attack travelers.
Well, it looks like I'm heading back there. Where do you go? Alright, well I probably should have gone directly there. You're not making this easy, are you? Just making the road safe, that's all. Alright, so south of Cool is really all that we've been given. The fact that it's an abandoned egg mine makes me think that I might be getting a little more than I bargained for.
Thank you again for your help.
Alright, so I've been here already. How could I leave so many stone flowers untouched? Still technically south of Cool, but maybe I should have tried the other path. I'm okay calling a truce if they do. Alright, there might be something to this, but I feel like I should be heading back to that far end of the road and seeing if I have better opportunities. This is tempting. There we go.
You You're in an egg mine, Outlander, so be careful. Kwama foragers and warriors won't attack miners since they're used to our smell, but they attack intruders, and you smell like an intruder.
Can you tell me about this place?
There's something down there, something evil. You hear voices, there's nobody there. There are things moving in the dark, but when you shine the light, there's nothing there. I won't go down by the lake anymore. There's something down there. I want no part of it.
Yes,
It's kind of tempting to just jump down there, but I'm going to try and follow the path sensibly. Alright, who wants to fight? I realize this may put a dent in their livelihood, but they started it.
Where you stand.
Drink a potion soon. Alright, it's true. Alright, well, that's that. I'll try to bring the bone mold, but it might be a little too, well, not too much. We'll maybe see how much of this I can sell at Cool. And at this point, this is just to see whether or not they were protecting something or they were trying to uncover some kind of a treasure. I'm gonna guess that's because it's the queen. Alright, well that's one task off my list. Again, I'm gonna take a quick trip to Cool just to see if I can sell off some of these items I picked up. Once we've done that, we'll head back to Alvlothy. Now, one of the reasons why I want to empty out my inventory as much as I can is because it's possible there might be a bunch of items I want to take. And then once that's done, I'll obviously have to make a side trip to Ebonheart to report the death of the witch. And I suppose depending on how our trip around Al-Valathi goes, I may or may not have a chance to stop by your Shulaku camp. While the Lost Prophecies are sort of the main purpose of my expedition, I do have a couple of irons in the fire right now, so I'm not opposed to waiting on that for other...
Good hunting.
Welcome, Caius. I'm Shathera. This is the fishing village of Cool. Can I help you find someone in particular?
Just someone to buy my stuff.
Hello, Caius. I'm Thongar. I'm fine, thank you. And things in Cool are fine, too. As good as they'll ever get. Were you hoping to find services here? If so, you might be disappointed.
Well, let's see what we got. Oh, that's right. I forgot my bargaining shoes.
I take it you want something. What is it?
I don't really think I need this. There's a side of me that just wants to sell all the materials on their own, but I don't think that's the right call. Alright, I'll leave it as is. Alright, so we're heading to the west to Al-Valathi when I can. Although ideally I'd like to take the roads just so I don't get too turned around. I'm gonna have to trust it on this one, but it feels a little strange. There's the yurt. Should be close. Though that could be where I need to be in the end. Let's take a quick look at my west of Elvelothi, so that can't be it. I guess if I'm at Elvelothi, I can make that an A. Alright, so I'm looking for Arkenthunch Sturdums. And it says it's on the coast. So, you'd think it wouldn't be hard to find, but it's looking promising. I was just about to say maybe I should have stopped by and talked to the locals before I went too far in, but now it did occur to me that because this is a Dwemer environment, I may not have as many things to pick up as I thought. Dwemer Tube is the first priority, everything else is bonus. I am a little curious about something. Let's go. I don't think this should work, but... Hi. Okay, yes, it is hostile. So that was admittedly an expensive way to learn that, but... And at this point, I'm just going to pick up whatever scrap I can as the opportunity. Okay, well. No cogs then. I'll probably wind up throwing away quite a bit of this, but at this point I'm just getting whatever value I can before I get back. more scrap metal until I get what I came for. There it is. It's actually quite a bit smaller than I was expecting it to be. Nothing there, huh? Now, given the fact that I have some magicka that I'd like to restore, if I can, I'd like to try and take a Silt Strider pack. But if it gets too tedious, obviously I can recall. Not a bad day's work. Although, because it's overcast and raining, it maybe wasn't the most scenic trip I've ever taken. So we'll head, I think probably south to Nisus makes the most sense. We can take a Silt Strider to Alderun. And at that point, I suppose I can pick between either Mage's Guild transport to Vivek or Silt Strider. Although I don't think there's any direct path to Ebonheart. It may not hurt to visit Balmora too, depending, because there hasn't been that much time to pass while the fortress has been built, or stronghold. Whatever that is that's coming out, I think that's a Quama Forager. That is one determined little guy. I'm hoping they're not responsible for the retelling of this story, how Caius was chased all the way to Nisus from a forager. Just here to read the signpost, don't want to hear about your religion.
Good day, Outlander, and welcome to Nisus. We're a small mining village with a temple and a legion garrison, and a handy outfitting station if you're exploring the West Gash. I'm your local caravaneer. I can get you on a Silt Strider travel to your destination, or if you are new to Nisus, I can help with local services. Do you need someone in particular, or is there a specific place that I can help you find?
Just Aldruin, please. Alright, it's rather late.
How about sharing the wealth?
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
Have you found the Dwemer Tube? Many of my studies cannot continue until I have one in my possession. Yes, this is what I wanted. Now I can finally study these Bethurks the dwarves were wrote about. I'm impressed by your dedication to scholarship. Good work, Caius.
How about advancement?
You meet our requirement, Caius, but you have not yet completed the duties expected of a master wizard.
What else?
I was wondering if you might check up on one of my colleagues in the Dwemer ruin of Nexual Feganth. The last excavation report is long overdue.
And where is that?
You can get there by going around the mountains near Suran and heading northeast along the Foyada Nadnat, or you can start along Molag Mar and head northwest along Mount Kand. Go north around Mount Kand along the north side of the Foyada. One of my colleagues, Senilius Cadicius, is engaged in an official imperial research in the ruins. He was supposed to give me an excavation report every month, but he has not sent one this month. Go to the ruins to find out what's going on.
Alright, that one's gonna take a while.
Ah, friend, how does the day greet you?
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
So in this case, I think I will make a quick trip to Belmora. Partly just to, pass the time.
Where would you like to go?
Alright, so I think my first priority is going to be to unload these materials. That's going to mean potion making as well as selling anything that I don't think is too important. There's a couple of other details I'll attend to as well in terms of what I'm carrying. Alright. Yeah, so that's how I wanna... That's how I'm going to continue organizing my gems. This is normally a chance to lose some weight. Alright, so, first things first. I haven't used any of my gems yet, so let's just get rid of those right away. Yeah, I forgot I gotta get the, at least one of the soul gems done. Alright, well, let's focus on the task at hand. Sort of have my high priority items, so whenever it comes to stone flower petals, or Calberry, those give me fortify personality and restore magicka. Alright, so at this point, really what I want to be doing is generating as much as I can to generate income. So drain willpower first. Technically with the wax, it's probably better for me if I just sell it, but... I'll admit I'm a little surprised I didn't have any levitate there. Alright. And then to try and keep things quick, I basically start with the largest amount that I have. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's drain personality, never mind. So I start with the largest quantities, and ideally I go for any poisons because those are unambiguous. So it makes it easier to sell, of course. Now I've got... Alright. gonna leave this aside because I think I can make better potions with different materials. I did not realize paralysis was so easy to inflict. Alright. Let's try restore fatigue and health if I haven't. Actually, no, I should do that later. Bone roll. Fatigue and personality. Alright, there's really not a whole lot left at this point. Let's try the scrap metal. Alright. Jelly endurance, but I always seem to have this left over. Alright, so at this point, really, if I can, you know, if there's a useful positive trait, I'll bring those in. So, health or fatigue. And the rest I'm fine leaving on the ground. So hopefully the result of that is I've maximized the useful potions while also focusing on the ones that I can sell the most. No other books, it looks like, although I did need to drop off some. There we go. Alright, so the rest really just seems to be about selling. And then we'll turn in the rest that I need to do.
What do you think of Balmora, Outlander?
Wonderful place.
Warm welcome to you.
So I don't think I'm going to be able to sell much in terms of
Well,
armor, but I
find
can at least
myself in
get something.
pleasant company. Please share your thoughts.
I like what I see.
It's very friendly of you to say. Alright. The rest of this, I don't think I was ready to sell.
How wonderful. Welcome.
Alright, so we should be able to sell off some potions here.
Welcome, friend.
Oops. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Warm day to you, friend.
You're in good company, friend. Welcome.
I'm very...
Again, I won't be too fussy about price at this point. I'm just trying to convert materials into something I can sell.
Sarah.
I also need to remember that the alchemist is actually quite wealthy.
Ah, welcome.
All the different merchants are going to be selling each other, feeding each other drain personality points to sell all the other nonsense that I just, unloaded on them.
So what's this about?
I see you. Hello.
Alright, yeah, I think at this point I'll just try and sell the obvious. Alright, works for me for now. I don't think I have much hope of my stronghold being completed, but let's see the progress.
Are you looking for me? Do you want to build a stronghold?
Let's hear about it.
The construction should begin any day now.
Well, okay.
See, this land suits you. We welcome you.
Suppose at this point I'll just turn in what I've got and see where we are.
May I help you? I don't know where to begin.
You're in good company, friend. Welcome.
I am Maiseline Marion, the Breton Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous transport between the various mages guild halls on Vardenfell. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for some specific place, or for someone in particular?
Just a trip to Vivek, please. Thank you.
You seem like very good company.
I am. Nice to meet you too.
Well met.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What shall we talk about?
That's the end of the journey. Freedom!
I don't know where.
I'm just trying to remember if there's anything else in Vivek that I need to be doing right now. Well, given that I'm on my way to Ebonheart, I can stop by and say hi to Crassus. Oh, but that won't matter because the stronghold's not done. Acrobatics doesn't quite do the trick.
Keep moving.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
I'm listening.
Can I help you out?
Yes, yes. You want something, friend?
You know what? I think I went. Yeah, I went the wrong way. But that's fine because I get to see the sunrise. Well, sort of. Oh, sorry. 57.
Can I help you out? Do you need something?
Oh, hang on. There's a difference between athletics and aerobics.
I'm listening.
Alright. We'll enjoy the view momentarily. I very obviously have gotten turned around.
Anything I can do for you?
Yes.
I feel like that doesn't lead me where I want to go. I can't believe I've forgotten where this was. Alright, we'll take a quick look inside here just in case I'm...
May I help you?
Alright, it's
Well
definitely
then,
not through there.
What is it?
There we go.
I like what I see.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Have you found and killed the witch Thalissa Dral at the Asha Ake egg mine? The witch is dead. I'm glad to see you back in one piece, since I didn't know how tough she was. Anyway, you're back, and Thalissa Dral is out of the way. I've been thinking, these shrine missions are getting tougher, and I thought that you might like to have this old ring. I don't use it anymore, but it came in handy several times when I was younger. Take it with my thanks. When you're ready for another mission, come speak to me again. An acolyte named Linnaeus Ilias disappeared some years ago. He was seen leaving Suran and headed east on foot for Zephyrbal Bay. Recently, our oracle, Lilita Varian, has had a vision of a silver staff of shaming, and Linnaeus Iulus had one of these staves. Here's a detect enchantment ring and 100 gold for expenses. Go to Mount Cand, find a silver staff of shaming there, retrieve it, bring it to me, along with any other personal effects that you find belong to Linnaeus Ilias.
What about advancement?
You have the attributes and skills that we expect in our higher ranks, but you have not yet dedicated enough time and service to the 9 to warrant advancement. I can tell you about the Imperial Cult ranks and their requirements if you'd like.
Let's hear about them.
10 ranks of status in the Imperial Cult are, from the lowest rank to highest: Layman, Novice, Initiate, Acolyte, Adept, Disciple, Oracle, Invoker, Theurgist, and Primate. You are currently at rank Initiate, Caius.
Alright, so Mount Cand, I seem to remember that there was an objective that I had that was near there.
Ah, greetings.
Yes.
Got turned around again, didn't I? So at this point, let's,
Yes.
I'll get out of Ebonheart. I don't think it would hurt for me to review
Greetings.
what kind of objectives I have right now, and whether or not it's worth pursuing some of the more remote tasks.
How can I help you?
Because if we're going to be going to remote locations, there is also something to be said for going
Speak
back to
freely,
Bir
friend.
Shalaku.
I am honored. Truly. How may I?
Alright. So, one, I need to go to Cand. Mountains near Suran. Okay, well, Suran seems to be the most logical place to go. I'm actually mildly tempted to try and take a Silt Strider there. Let me just consult the more detailed map. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going through Pelagiad. Alright, so this might be a bit of a walk, but that's fine. Gives me a chance to enjoy the scenery. I definitely wouldn't mind advancing within the Mages Guild, and the fact that I get to do something for the Imperial Cult on the way is not, certainly not a drawback. Yeah, they're both roughly around the same area. I know in this particular case there are Silt Striders I can use there, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. Part of what I'm doing right now is just killing time to get my stronghold built. Once that's built, then I'll feel a little more comfortable going on more remote locations, like back to Ursulaku and whatnot. Although I am curious about my overall positions. So we are an initiate in the Imperial Cult House, brother in Lalu, warder in Fighters Guild. I think in this particular case I just haven't done enough quests for them. Clan friend for the Ashlanders, I'm assuming will advance by talking with Urshulaku. Same with the Blades. And then the Mages Guild, we're a wizard. Well, we can get some practice in. Yeah, why not? Oh, I forgot to sell the Dwemer coins. More accurate when it was further away. Not 100% of this takes me. No, I gotta go out. This is always a tricky one to read. Although I suppose I could stop by and see my friend. So what I'd ideally find is some sign that says I'm directly on the way to Saran. I think in the case of Pelagiad, I can still go out and around it's been a while since I've been there on foot. I think I preferred you to use the Silt Strider or the guild guides.
Ah, it is Anasi's very special friend Caius. Anasi welcomes you to the hospitality of her house. Anasi has just one care that she wants to share. Anasi hopes her very special friend will stay close to Anasi and will never go away. Anasi worries because Anasi looks forward to seeing you so much, but Anasi understands, and Anasi is very busy too, so Anasi is happy when she is busy, and happy when she sees you, and that is enough happiness for anyone. Yes, Anasi is very happy to have shared so many gifts. That is what friends are for, yes?
What about training?
No, Anasi does not train because you do not belong to... But Anasi must not say what you belong to. Do not belong to.
Alright.
Yes, my very special friend. Anasi hopes we will always have things to share. Share a gift, share a care, yes? Close friends. Very close.
This is obviously not the normal way of getting there, but... I tried to avoid you. Alright, so what I'm going to try and do is take a right when I should be going to Balmora, and I think that'll take me on the path to Saran. There we go. So, again, we need a bit of shoe leather, but other than that, we are on our way to... We're on our way to Mount Kand, ultimately. Took quite a bit more magicka than I thought it would. I also wanted to take a quick second and just see, so we're Destruction's 77, Restoration 67. There's a side of me that wants to find a good trainer on these and just pay for advancement, because obviously my intelligence and willpower don't need to go any higher. But then you can make the same argument for something like personality. Given that these are stats that I want to have advanced by a multiple if I can.
It's good to finally be here. Thank you for your help, my friend.
Pretty sure that's Saran in the background, so I suppose the question now is, do I try to go to Mount Kand? Or do I try and go to the ruins first? So of course this is the point where it wouldn't hurt to do a Silt Strider back just because I need to restore my magicka, but for now let's carry on.
I'm Bulla Gromuk. This is the village of Saran, gateway to Bal-Ur. Are you looking for services here, or was there something else that I can do for you?
Ideally, I'm looking to get to Mount Cand, but looks like you don't have any ideas about that.
Red Mountain spreads ash and blight. Sinners gather at the house. The time of the incarnate is at hand.
Good talk.
Is there something?
I was hoping some elevation might help me out here. Oh wow, I picked a great time to show up. Alright. I think just one foot in front of the other, and let's try and get to Mount Candace in as straightforward of a fashion as possible. I think it's also fair to say if I wind up in the water, I'm going the wrong way. Toughest bar I faced. I don't want to focus too much on it, but it would be helpful to get a landmark in terms of exactly what that passage is. May not be. Thought I saw something behind that. I don't remember if this is the path that I took last time, but given that there aren't any really set roads, at this point I'm just trying to get as close to the some kind of a connection to Mount Cand as I can find. Although given the fact that I suspect probably when I make it to Molag Mor, I'll see exactly where I need to go. Alright, so I'm fairly certain if I just take a left here, I'll be on my way to Mount Kand. No, no. It's been a while since I've had to deal with one of you. Just to clarify, so, I suppose I can try the Detect Enchantment Ring. Wow, that was a lot. I gotta try and get some utility out of this. I just wanted to make sure I was prepared when I was at Mount Kand. Again, the question of finding a buyer for this is another matter, but should also see where Antronex fit. So an Antronek goes into a common soul gem. I was not expecting that. Alright, so this is where it sort of counts everything as Mount Kand, so I've never used a detect enchantment yet. No, I think I remember this.
Answer my riddle, fool, and then fight me. Daedra speaks slowly in words it obviously memorized. A metal neither black nor red, as heavy as man's golden greed. What you do to stay ahead, with friend or arrow or steed?
I guess it would be iron in this case.
You fail! Now taste the flame, mortal.
Clearly I need to think that through. Alright, let's try this. Oh, actually, I'm curious if I have the spell detect. No. Alright, let's try the ring then. That's not particularly helpful. Alright, so I'm on Mount Cand, but there's a bit of an open question as to whether or not this detect enchantment ring is going to help. So what I think I'm going to do here, I don't normally like consulting guides, but in this case, I am going to do a quick search for how detect enchantment works. Because I'm not really sure I'm going to get that much out of this spell otherwise. And I will admit, I am not crazy about the idea of running up and down this mountain in an ash storm. I think I'll have to use the tablet for this.
So the wiki here says, causes you to detect all enchanted items in the vicinity, whether out in the open, inside containers, or carried or worn by NPCs. They show up on your map as small blue circles. Okay, the magnitude is the maximum range of detection. Items in your inventory are not detected. So let's try that again. Turns out not to be all that helpful. And an acolyte named Linus Ilias disappeared some years ago. Our oracle had a vision of Silver Staff of Shaming. Go to Mount Cand, find it, and any personal effects. Yeah, that's a pretty big... That's a pretty big area to search.
All right. Well, in the absence of... So let's start with the idea that it's... Let's start with the idea that it's outside. It is hard to get a read on whether or not any of this Yeah, so I guess the biggest problem I have is I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to do the search. So clearly we're heading down the mountain, so maybe what I want to try and do is start at the top. Maybe I just start at the top and pick a side. Alright, so that's what that looks like. So here's the other thing I should test. Okay, it also shows up on the mini-map. One last thing to test. What's the range on this? Alright, that's probably because the effect is gone. I don't know if it's going to show anything in the darkened areas. That's another challenge. But in this case, I think I'm just going to I'll try and paint what I can on the map and see if we find any interesting locations. That didn't seem to accomplish much. Well, I think at this point I'm going to be happy to see both sides of Mount Cand. We'll at least eliminate that as a possibility. There's of course the possibility that the person we're looking for is alive. Which makes it even harder. Alright, I'm willing to say that this probably doesn't count as Mount Cand anymore. So the other possibility that I really wasn't examining before was that it might be stuck behind like a tree or something like that. That's not exactly the easiest thing to see in the world while we're in a sandstorm, so... I definitely get the feeling that it should be somewhere in here. Oh god, unless I already found it. It's just a weird bit of lighting. Yeah, so I mean at this point, in a pinch, I suppose, I can look in the underground areas. But I would assume that it would tell me that I need to go in sort of like a dungeon. I think the problem right now is I'm kind of seeing things everywhere and they just wind up being odd little textures. Now I could sort of believe if there's like a fire Andronak in the area. You know, I could imagine seeing his body. Or at least some evidence of his presence. It's one of the rare times I actually wish I had Detect Enchantment now. Has started to clear up though, so maybe I'll find it a little easier. It's definitely been a while since I've been here, so there's always the possibility that if there wasn't a magical item, I've already picked it up. Given the fact that there were enemies in this area, I kind of want to be a little more thorough in my check. It'd be weird if a staff hit in a plant, but alright, I'm gonna say that this is probably too far away from the destination, so I'll try around the side just in case there's something odd happening. But I'm thinking I need to go back up Mount Cant, and I might start looking in those caverns. I didn't really want to mess with you. I'll admit this is one of these times I'm wondering if I should just, instead of looking at a guide as far as how detect enchantment works, if I should just find a guide as to where the body is. I really don't like doing that though. Where do you come from? So this is definitely a spot I want to check later. What I'd kind of like to do if I can, though, is just get a nice high view on everything in the area. Let's see if there's anything really obvious that I'm missing. Yeah, so this is saying I'm in Wolagarmur, so that doesn't really count for Mount Cant. And most of these places I'm looking now are sort of stretching the the credibility of the claim that it's on milk cans. I'm just gonna pause for a second to get something to drink. All right. So in the absence of any other in the absence of any other information, I'll go in the cavern. Now, given the fact that I didn't get the riddle right, I don't think that's where I need to be right now. So maybe here's one last thing I'll do. I'm gonna try and find the highest spot. Wait. I'm not sure if that's a visual glitch or what. I think there's a higher spot. Oh, hang on. Alright, well, there's a skeleton. Oh, there we go, okay. Silver Staff of Shaming. Ilias's Marin Amulet. That's a... Wow, that is a tough shot. Although I'll admit, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go into that cavern again. Let's see if I can find that spot. I kind of want to check the video again and see if I saw that before. Oh no, it's pretty distinct from you. So I suppose my drawback was that I kept looking down, but knowing where I need to look now. Yeah, so you can kind of see the body. That's weird that the ring didn't detect that though. I don't know. I'm gonna count that as either dumb luck or paranoia, and accept the items now are on to either rescuing or recovering the agent. It seems to me I should be coming right up on it, but could be that it's under the mountain. Nope, there it is. Now I'm gonna get back here as a whole other question. I suppose that's why I got the recall power. Now this invites an interesting question as to what exactly this was shooting at. Ah!
Edwina has asked me to check up on Senilius Cadicius on Nuctlef Nuchulef Tingth. I can either go northeast over the mountains or through the fight. Okay, so it doesn't really have anything to say about the agent.
That was easy.
I'm Senilius Cadicius, and this is my daughter Panya. I am excavating these Dwemer ruins. Oh, did Unwina send you? I'm afraid I don't have an excavation report for her. I don't exactly have an excavation report for her. Tell Edwina everything is fine. We've just had a few setbacks. Our native guide, Aeneas Vendu, is missing.
Tell me more.
He was taking notes for our next excavation report, and he must have taken it with him when he disappeared. Somehow he must have gotten to the lower levels. Would you try and find him?
Sure.
Greetings to you. Pleasure to meet you.
Do you want something from me?
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you?
Know anything about your guide?
I'm worried about him. Right before he left for the lower levels, he kept saying something about the test of pattern. I hope he's all right.
Definitely wouldn't hurt to get a rest, but let's focus on the task at hand. I can see why they brought their own rocks. Just finding a name of that area.
Oh.
While I'm at it, we can do a quick repair.
Hanging Gardens of Waston Corridale. This book was apparently written in Dwemer and translated to Aldmeris. Only fragments of the Aldmeris is readable, but it may be enough for a scholar of Aldmeris to translate fragments of other Dwemer books. Guide Altmer Estriel led with foot flames for the torn center where lay dead their quadrangular gardens. Asked the foundations and chains and vessels their naming places. Why they did not use solid sound to teach escape from the earth bones, nor nourish them with frozen flames. The word I shall have once written of, this art of our lesser cousins speak of, with their admirable ignorance. But neither words nor experience cleanses the essence of the strange and terrible ways of defying our ancestors' transient rules. The translation ends with a comment in Dwemer in a different hand, which you can translate. Put down your ardent cutting globes, Niflid. Your Aldmeris has the correct words, but they cannot be properly misinterpreted. Excavation Report 11. Our excavations have turned up little in these last few days. I have found nothing new in the ruins. Everything seems as clean as undisturbed as the day we first opened the outer doors. I know there are unexplored depths. I can feel massive Dwemer machinery still running beneath my feet, even as I write this, but I can find no way to get to it. You must not give up on us for lack of results this soon, Edwina. I am sure a great discovery lies somewhere below. If only the secret of Passwall were not lost nearly a generation ago.
That explains it.
With a few of those precious scrolls, I would be in the lower levels already, where the real discoveries are to be made. There's some good news. I have also discovered that Musleft you were looking for. Apparently Musleft is a proper name for a large Dwemer ruins south of Dagon Fell. Be careful not to confuse them with the ruins of Tarak nearby. The last of the Dwemer Centurion spiders in the upper levels was finally disabled and dismantled for study. I wish we could study them while they are still active, but that is far too dangerous. I also heard a strange story about the Centurion spider that we captured and sent back to Cyrodiil. The ship captain I hired wrote to me with an odd story. He said that the spider nearly broke through its cage several times while near Vardenfell, but once he left the Sea of Ghosts, the Centurion suddenly stopped working. What happened next shows that he had more wits than I give him credit for. He ordered the ship turned about as they approached Vardenfell again. The Centurion began moving just as suddenly. This is a curious phenomenon and certainly deserves more investigation. Your servant, Senilius Cadicius.
So given the fact it said there was an armory key, I kind of thought that it might be in this room. Looks like there is a higher level to this thing, though. Obviously something's mad at me. supply up, but... Yeah. I mean, that's why I brought the levitation potions. Sorry for the sneezes. Hi. Damn it. Yeah, so it looks like levitate was the only way I could have gotten there. No, that's one less threat for the bear to deal with.
Did you find Innis Vendu? Did you get the excavation report? I feared that he might be dead. This is terrible news. I should never have let him explore the ruins alone. Did you find the excavation report?
I did.
You found the report? Deliver it to Edwina Elbert and Aldrun. I will continue my work here. Now that the lower levels are open, perhaps we can make more discoveries here. In honor of our deceased colleague, Innis Vendu. Or Innis Vendu. Horrible. No, please, don't tell me the details.
Alright, now it's possible that armory key that I found is for a different part. I think the question is whether or not I find it worthwhile to investigate this area anymore. At this point, I'm gonna try and head to Aldrun. If I can find a Silt Strider to get the magic up, so much the better. And if I get desperate, I always have a recall to fall back on. I am intrigued.
I don't believe I've seen a dark elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you?
Could you tell me about yourself?
I'm not telling you that. Anything else?
I think you should go elsewhere.
Right. Telvanni aren't going to be happy to see me, fair enough. Yeah, actually, at this point, I think it's best just to follow the Foyada. The other consideration I should have would be, Molegmar. That's quite far away, actually. Well, I'll probably have a fork where I need to make the choice. I know Saran has a Salt Strider, that's the only reason I'm, hesitating. Now the funny thing is, I don't actually think I have the proper gems to hold this thing. This feels like a very weird path to be taking to get where it says I'm going. Alright, so if I want to go to Molegmar... Yeah, no, that's not worth it. Oh, I think I get how it goes. If we go like out and around like this, probably would have been better to go to Mount Kend. We know we have room for one of these. Just want to get the fatigue up before I try. Wow. Alright, I'm obviously gonna have to do some inventory. Actually, at that point. Actually, I should compare. So the katana is better than the longsword, and it weighs less. I suppose the tower shield should go by the ebony armor. To sort out my materials. There's really no order to this anymore. So unfortunately, I am starting to... So Hanging Gardens is something I could potentially have somewhere else. Alright, so I'm in better shape than I thought I would be. Take a minute here just to sell off some of the items that I've got.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
And I figure it won't hurt to stop by the Lalu house just to see if there's anything to report in terms of the stronghold.
I must say, I find you
Stay
most
as long
interesting
as
right
you
now.
like.
Please go
It would
ahead.
be a privilege to talk with you.
Agreed.
All right.
I see this land suits you.
So in the worst case scenario, I just need to head to Alderaan and then Ebonheart. And of course, we'll use the guild guide in that case.
Are you looking for me? Do you want to build a stronghold?
You've been saying any day now for a while now.
I see this land suits you.
Oh, greetings. How do you do? Maybe talk?
Let's go to Alderaan, please.
Did you get the excavation report?
Here it is.
Thank you, Caius. This report will be helpful, I'm sure.
Now, how about advancement?
Congratulations, you are now Caius, the Master Wizard.
Excellent.
You meet our requirements, Caius, but you have not yet completed the duties expected of an Archmage.
Well, let's talk about that.
I want you to go and find some Dwemer plans or blueprints.
Tell me more.
Senilius has already sent the blueprints he found in the ruins to the Emperor, but the excavation report mentioned Muzleft, which is southwest of Dagon Fell. You'll need to swim or fly across parts of the Sea of Ghosts. Bring back plans, or any plans or blueprints that you find.
So, a trickier assignment. Hi there.
I'm Aranil, the High Elf Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous transport between various Mages Guild halls on Vradenfell. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for some specific place, or for someone in particular?
Let's go back to Vivek, please.
Greetings to you. A pleasure.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
I must say I find you most interesting right now.
Alright, so let's see if I can get to the next level, but not take damage this time. Alright, so I can do one of these. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Or not. Just occurred to me, southwest of Dagenfell. I don't even know where that is. Really? I always thought this was DLC.
May I help you?
Let's not make this official.
Speak freely, friend.
Wasn't sure if there was a special way of getting there. Alright.
Speak freely, friend.
Sometimes the jumping is just a break in the monotony of walking in silence for a while.
Yes.
But I am always fond of some of the views.
Well met, friend.
Hello.
Have you found the silver staff of shaming that belonged to Linnaeus Iluus?
I have the silver staff of shaming.
You found Linus Iulus' silver staff of shaming and his Marin amulet and Stendarin belt. I think you should keep the staff in honor of his sacrifice. We'll pass along the amulet and belt to some new lay servant. And as an additional reward for your service, here is a restoration shirt. It will keep you fresh during heavy exercise, like long-distance running or tough fights. Thank you for your exertions on the cult's behalf, and when you are ready for another mission, speak to me again. I gave Kay the silver staff shaming as a reward. He gave me a restoration shirt. He thanked me for my exertions on the cultsman.
I think he also said he gave me the staff, no? Yeah.
A reminder, check with me from time to time concerning your advancement in the Imperial cult. As you labor for the Nine, you'll rise in rank according to your efforts.
Alright, well, speaking of...
Congratulations, Caius. You have been promoted to Acolyte. You've shown yourself to be a loyal and diligent member of the Imperial cult, Caius. As a token of our appreciation, here's a little gift that may make your labors a bit easier. And please remember, check your advancement in our ranks regularly.
Oh, alright, well, I got the belt. Alright, well, let's talk about advancement.
You have the attributes and skills that we expect in our higher ranks, but you've not yet dedicated enough time in service to the Nine to warrant advancement. I can tell you more about Imperial cult ranks and their requirements if you'd like.
Let's talk about duties instead. Am I missing something here?
An Argonian named Okurin Ha-Od has asked for our aid. This devout follower of the Nine is sensitive to spirits of the outer world, and she says that she's being visited by a ghost of a murder victim. The guards can't do anything in such cases. Go and speak with Okur. Here's some gold for expenses. If possible, discover the nature of the crime and bring justice to the wronged spirit so that it can be laid to rest.
Alright. So I have a few thoughts about what I'm gonna do moving forward. I will take a minute to review my log, although probably I should do that at the start of the next session.
You want something, friend?
Nope. Ow!
Go ahead.
What brings you here, friend?
Do you want something?
I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
An honor to be sure.
So, there's a few things I'm thinking. We do have some tasks to do up in the north here. Now, I had always kind of thought that this was DLC, but it could be that it's this island. Or I'm just mistaken completely. The most logical extension, of course, is to go to La-Ode.
What did I
Greetings and salutations.
Speak freely, friend.
I am well, citizen. What can I do for you? Are you looking for services here in Ebonheart?
Just travel. Oh, well, perfect.
If you care to talk, I would consider it a privilege.
Thank you for coming. I've been visited by the spirits of Juliel Almin. She says she chanced upon a band of smugglers and was murdered to seal her lips. She says that her spirit will not rest until her amulet is recovered and returned to her husband, and until the 4 smugglers who murdered her are slain. When I have Juliel's amulet and you have the lives of her murderers, I shall see that her spirit is laid to rest.
Tell me more about the smugglers.
The 4 murderers' names are Dudley, Laricius Sturgius, Ralos Othrenium, and Thurvendrelas. I have a sense that they are strong and well armed. Juliel's spirit says that the smuggler's cave is called Yasmisi, and it lies south along the road from town, before the bridge across the Odai River.
What about the amulet?
I will return it to her husband as soon as possible.
All right. So south, but before the bridge. I think we can try and do this. It's of course possible that we've already been in there, but I don't know about any amulet. That's probably it. That's my style. You can't take it. Wait, common shoes? Oh, you can have those. They're kinda worth something, so I'm hanging on to them, sort of assuming that this won't be a long trip. We've already got 2 of the murderers. We're about to get a 3rd. Damn. Take more chops against smugglers. On second thought, It's probably too much to hope for. I could just boost my strength, but that's not really a solution. Well, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna pick up all the stuff that I can. And then I'll work out my priorities after. Alright, so, the Warhammer's probably one of the worst returns. Steel spider blade's not worth that much. Should actually work out if these things are worth it, so, yeah, no, these are definitely worth it. Okay. So I need to free up 7. I think it's pretty obvious. I don't like going in water, but there's always a chance that something dropped. Wow. Oh, where are you and what do you want? I know I recover health when I travel, but I prefer to get 3 practice with restoration and So even if it leaves me short some magic, the point of the magic has to be used.
Welcome to Laod, stranger. I'm Beleni Salvel, Laod's shipmaster at your service. What's your destination? Or if you're new to Laod, I can point you to the local services or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I might be able to help.
Wait a minute. I need to finish the job.
Yes, this is Julielle Almain's amulet, and as her husband described it to me. I shall return it to him. May the Nine bless you for your deeds. Return to Kay and tell him now that I am sure that I can lay the ghost of Julielle Almain to rest.
Alright. Late night journey to Ebonheart. And I'm just a little curious about where you go to. Talbrin, no. I just want to see where that is. Okay, so Dagon Fowl is a bit of a priority for me if I can find it. Okay, I see where it is. Also, it turns out there is a boat to Vyvek. I did not realize that at the time.
I like what I see. So what's this about?
Speak freely, friend.
Get out of my way, thank you.
Yes?
Well met, friend.
Let me know when you've helped Ochre take care of the ghost of the murder victim.
I took care of everything, just as Ochre told me.
So Ochre needed you to kill the smugglers who murdered Julielle Almain to recover the dead woman's lost amulet. Well, if Ochre is sure that she can lay the ghost to rest now, that's good enough for me. And as it happens, I just received a donation of magic scrolls. Let me give you these. Thank you. That's all I have for you, but there might be work for lay healers or almoners, or you might want to talk to Lachia Varian about Oracle's quests. I appreciate you asking, Caius, but I have no more Shrine Sergeant missions for you. If you haven't already considered being one of our lay healers or almoners, I suggest that you speak with Senolian Tunifus or Aulus Truptor downstairs. I've also passed your name to our oracle here, Latalia Varian. She may have more difficult challenges to interest you, but it's always good to see you, and if there's anything I can do, let me know.
Let's talk about advancement. You're saying that you have no more work for me, but I can't advance. Fine.
Welcome, Acolyte Caius. You've proved yourself faithful and resourceful. I am an oracle of the Imperial cult. Sometimes I am granted visions. I have the gift of seeing, but not the gift of doing. If you are bold, doer of deeds, I beg you, dedicate yourself to the oracle's quests, and I promise your rewards shall be great in the sight of the Nine.
Let's talk about Akatosh.
Akatosh is the ultimate god of the Cyrodiilic Empire, where he embodies the qualities of endurance, invincibility, and everlasting legitimacy.
He's my guy. Alright, let's talk about Oracle quests.
I ask you to bind yourself to me by solemn oath to assist me in solving the riddles of mystical visions I am granted by the Nine. You must swear to serve faithfully and to do as I ask you without question, without fail. Only if you are bound by such an oath may I reveal the secret visions granted to me. Will you swear to dedicate yourself to me to perform the Oracle's quests? Will you swear before the 9 divines?
I swear to dedicate myself to the Oracle's quests.
I welcome you and give thanks. Speak to me again when you are ready to perform your first service. Welcome, Acolyte Caius. You have dedicated yourself to the service of the Oracle. Speak with me now, and I shall acquaint you with my vision of the Ring in Darkness. I have seen a ring in darkness. I have seen the Ring of the Wind, a legendary treasure of Elsewhere, sacred to Kinnereth. I have seen the wind upon a dark elf's hand. I have seen fire gleam upon a dwarf's face. I have seen darkness on a ring of water. I have heard no name whispered in the mouth of stone. Seek the ring in darkness and bring it to me. Speak with a Dunmer Savant and a Dunmer Scout to discover the meaning of the vision. Take these gifts. May they make your journey easier. When you found the Ring of the Wind, bring it to me. The Ring of the Wind...
Alright, we've already got these.
Lalam Dreidel in the Grand Council chambers here in Ebonheart is a Dunmer Savant. Las Sarathan is an elven, at the Elven Nations Corner Club at Vivek is a Dunmer Scout.
Alright, I'm probably going to have to remember that for next time, but it is very late, and this seems like a good spot to finish. So, moving forward, I think, given that there's increasing difficulty in some of these tasks, I have 2 possibilities. One, I can try and go north, because there is some unfinished business up there. Or I can finally rededicate myself to Ursulaku Camp. I think at the moment I will follow through on the chat with the 2 individuals that were just pointed out to me. We'll see how far that takes me. And then at that point, we don't have as much low-hanging fruit anymore, and so I think it's time that we consider going back on our main journey. But with that in mind, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.